YouTube, what's good? It's your boy, Paulus Harris, aka the Crazy Uncle. Hey, if it's your first time tuning in, go ahead, hit that doggone subscribe button, hit that notification bell every time I post up new content. Listen, people, sometimes, you know, um, sometimes it's actually really good to actually really sound like an old broke ass rock. Or let's just say that it is good, right, to listen to the same record or watch the same show over and over and over. And the only reason why I say that is because no matter how many times that you hear it, no matter how many times that you see it, no matter how many times that you hear it and see it, you always gonna hear it differently. And it's just for the simple fact that you may actually really see something new in the process. So I say all that to say this. I'm sitting up here, and just like what I always say, y'all. Now, great fact, I know it's late in the day, but but just because it's late in the day, it don't mean that I don't actually really go out there and be like, okay, you know what? I get up, wash my face, brush my teeth, check my emails, right? Because I already know social media gonna give me one or four, right? And although y'all can't hear it right now, well, I was actually really flipping through doggone YouTube, and I saw some shit that Oprah did, or who the fuck they think is Oprah, right? Not to say that Oprah wouldn't do it, because for those of y'all that actually really follow, they actually really know what the fuck is going on. Y'all know how they do things. So in other case, they was asking all of these so-called preachers, so-called preachers, licensed motherfuckers, right? Um, is homo being one, right, is a sin. And then y'all gonna have to excuse the background noise, right? So, but in other case, here's the deal. And I actually really did, and then like I said, for those y'all that have watched my channel, especially like the old subscribers, that like I said, I've changed my name. I was like the wise one at once, and then I was like the environmental terrorist. Then I went from the environmental terrorist to the Medusa. Now I'm the crazy ass uncle. Which 9 times out of 10, I probably was the crazy ass uncle to begin with, because of I see shit, different than everybody else. But say that me told, and the other 3 names I actually went by, we all see shit the exact same way. So my whole deal is this, people. They said, or the question was asked, is homosexuality a sin? Homo being one. And I said that there's no such animal. I said that there's no such animal. For this reason and for this reason only. Well, let's say several reasons. So let's just say reason number 1, Homo being one, right? So where's the doggone sin in that? 2, go and read the whole 14th. Go and read the whole 14th chapter of Romans, when it says nothing is unclean of itself. But if you try to put that shit off on somebody else, then yeah, we got a problem. And this is what the fuck the alphabet soup people do. Right? They just like, especially Caitlyn Jenner, aka Bruce Jenner. You know what? I'm doing a show right now. Yeah. So my little granddaughter here. Say hey right fast. Hey, yeah. So she good. I just told her to say hey. I just no, you go ahead. Go back out. Go back out. So in other case, people, and I've always asked this question. Matter of fact, I asked one of the best in the business before he clocked out, and he never got back with me. You know, the Reverend Billy Graham, when he had his column, he right here in Little Rock, Arkansas, right? I asked the question, okay, you holler about sin, but that's what he died for. Now, for you alphabet soup motherfuckers, do not take this and run with it. All right? Because a lot of y'all, because see, what happens is this. Although you may not be pushing it off on us, I said may not, but I think that's what you are, because pushing it off means one or two things, right? You either trying to get as many people to come out the closet or to actually really switch over, or you actually really just trying to push your bullshit off on somebody else. So in that right there, okay, yeah, we got problems. We gonna have problems. But here's the deal. And what the hell I'm gonna tell y'all right now is probably finna, well, ain't no probably to it, it's gonna fuck up everybody right now. Instead of everybody being, or let's just say that the select few, right, are so-called homosexuals. Let's just say that everybody by nature is bisexual. Because here's the deal. And again, that don't mean for you to actually really go out and be like, you know what? Well, the crazy uncle said, hey, look, we all bisexual. But that don't mean go out and do such and such and such. Don't put your motherfucking mishaps or misfortunes or your fuck-ups because you too busy listening to me. I'm just telling you the makeup of the doggone human body. Everybody, and I know I've said this on plenty of shows of mine. I'm a man, right? I am more masculine. I am both masculine and feminine. Just know that I am more masculine than feminine. My wife, a woman, she is both feminine and masculine, but she's more feminine than masculine. See how that shit work? So for the most, like I said, and you know, and just for the simple fact that here it is. And then these motherfuckers, they always holler about, well, what was said in Genesis? What was said here? What was said there? What was said everywhere? Well, just know this, the Heavenly Father is both masculine and feminine. Right? But what the powers that be do to you ignorant fuckers, right? They'll take one word, homo, and make it look like that, oh, homosexuality. And then these so-called licensed motherfuckers, they get doggone caught up in the stupidity as well. They actually really think, oh, and put like this, and it's just for the simple fact that none of these motherfuckers, and TD Jakes was one of them, or as I like to call TD Snakes. So the thing about it, he was one of them. He never actually really came out and said blah 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 blah. He always said, well look what it said it's there, right? So I guess you forgot what the fuck happened with those 7 cities. The main one that everybody talks about, Sodom and Gomorrah. I guess you forgot all about that shit there. right? But here's the deal, people. Here's the deal, right? To actually look at it like this, people. Yahweh, right, will show you like some serious shit and say, hey, guess what? Don't be like that right there. I had to show that to you because that's the one way that I don't want you to go, right? But then at the same time, all right, we can sit up here and say, well, hey, look, I'm on you. We can sit up here and say, well, hey, look, don't go that way. And then the kids be like, well, how come I can't go that way? And you be like, oh, really? And then you show them, and you be like, okay, I got it, right? But then again, you gotta you gotta look at it like this, right? You got to carry that throughout the course of time. Yeah, it was like really explicit back then because it like say cities got destroyed, like literally. But then again, if y'all really stop and think about it, cities right today are getting destroyed because of what a lot of motherfuckers want to call homosexuality. When for the most part, you bisexual more than you homo, right? Because I'm looking at this from the deepest point of view possible, right? Because we all are one sex. Now, they're like say now, so here's the deal, right? Here's whether or not if it's a sin or not. If indeed this is what the hell he died for. If he died for man's sins, or for mankind's sins, then a lot of you motherfuckers probably actually really talking about it's free, it's fair game. But let's just say this. Let's just say for shits and giggles that he actually really didn't die for all of the human race sins. He did it just for the simple fact, you see, just for the simple fact that he said, you know what? I got so much love for y'all. I got so much love for y'all that I'm gonna like give up my whole life, do the things that y'all wanted me to do. Well, even then, they didn't even know that back then, right? But it's just for the fact y'all know where I'm going with this, or where I'm trying to go with this. Do I really think? Put like this. Do I think man on man sex is wrong? You got that right. Do I think woman on woman sex is wrong? You got that right. There's too much good material getting wasted there on both sides of the equation. That's why it got destroyed. So don't sit up here and holler about that is all homosexuality. You did some shit that you were supposed to do. Let's just put it like that. Right? And I already know all you alphabet soup motherfuckers that's actually really gonna watch this, you probably ain't gonna know what the fuck to think. Right? Because y'all just like everybody else, thinking that you finna go somewhere knowing damn well that you ain't. you're going to carry your ass back to the earth from which you came from. Right? So, all of this stuff, these motherfuckers talking about, well, that's a sticky subject. No, the fuck it ain't. Because it's just for the simple fact, don't know. Put it like this, homosexuality, you can look at homosexuality, so-called homosexuality, the same way that you can look at doggone racism. Right? It's no motherfucking such animal, because the thing about it is this, everybody is human. Everybody's a human being. Right? Last time I checked, everybody got 206 bones, 63 pairs of nerves. You got 10 fingers, you got 2 eyes, 2 ears, 2 nose. Y'all know the whole human specs of the human body. I ain't even finna sit up here and insult y'all's intelligence, but hey, look, I already know it's always gonna be that one dumbass or a whole bunch of dumbasses, right? There's always gonna be like, well, what the fuck, right? So the whole thing is this, people. Bottom line is this: somebody lied. Somebody lied, or a whole bunch of motherfuckers is lying, because it's like this. Either he died for sins or he didn't. That's the question that you should be motherfucking asking. Motherfuck homosexuality. One. Right? Because the thing about it though is this is what this is what the powers of be do. They'll have you put like this, they'll have you say when homo means one. Right? So I got a question to ask. So if says homo being one, right? I can, like, once I finish here, I can cut this shit off, right? I can go on YouTube. I mean YouTube, damn. I go on Pornhub, right? Look up some porn, right? Jack my dick all doggone day long. Am I a homosexual? I'm having sex with myself. Right? That is when, and then you got to look like this, right? It ain't homosexuality, it's motherfucking masturbation. Okay? So just because you feel like, okay, just because if you want a sword fight for whatever reason, then goddamn it, that's stupidity. Right? When you can actually really go get a female, right? And just know that the shit will feel a hell of a lot better than motherfucking sword fight. Just look at it as a goddamn sword sharpener. So the thing about it, though, it's how you have to look at it. It's how you look at it, people. So again, people, y'all, cause look, just know that y'all are probably like some of the ignorant bastards ever. You alphabet soup motherfuckers, right? Y'all, and then what kills me is that y'all use the one thing that Yahweh used as a promise on how he's actually really going to destroy the earth the second time around, because of what the fuck you ignorant bastards did the first time around. So it's almost like you motherfuckers act like y'all didn't catch it. Y'all didn't catch it. And y'all really think this shit is okay. Right? So again, people, what the fuck gives here? So like I said, Know what the fuck homo means. Homo means one. At least that's what the fuck they tell us. Right? Stop motherfucking sword fighting. Stop motherfucking pussy bumping. That shit is wrong. That's a waste of good goddamn material. All right? I'm just I'm just putting shit out there, right? Homosexuality. Okay, so again, people, if I made any sense out of this, just know homosexuality, it ain't what the fuck y'all think it is. Stupidity, on the other hand, is what the fuck y'all think it is. And I already know there's a lot of you ignorant bastards out there gonna sit up here and say, yeah, you crazier than a motherfucker. But just know, after you watch this a couple of times, you can be like, you know what? He makes sense. He makes sense. And listen to this, they ain't talking about my ass right now. So the thing about doing this, people. It was a bus. It was a bus, not a plane. It was a bus, not a plane. So in other case, people, tell your mama, tell your daddy, tell Big Dad, tell Big Bertha, your uncle, your auntie, your grandma, your papa, motherfucker next door, across the street, around the corner. Paulus Harris, aka Crazy Uncle, Domino motherfuckers, and I'm gonna holler at y'all.